So hi guys, let us start your session. Very good morning for everyone. So I think in the previous classes we have dealt with different experiences in your Power BI. So one of the experience is your Microsoft Fabric. One of the experience is your Power BI, right? Okay. So we have discussed a number of things, and even we have experienced your data warehousing, right? So now today, so we'll start your data engineering experience. Okay. So, but knowingly or unknowingly, we have already, if you see your first class of your fabric, we started creating your lake houses, right? Okay. So we created lake houses in your data engineering experience. Okay. So already we started from the day one itself, we started your data engineering experience. Okay. Creating your lake houses, creating your pipelines. Okay, data flows, all these will comes under data engineering experience in your fabric. Okay, but today exclusively we'll start kickstart for data engineering experience where we learn explore many things actually. So today it will be around 1 hour session mostly. Okay, so basically I want to, because most of the audience are from non-IT background. Okay, so I want to make them comfortable recording your Spark, okay, coding, all these things basically. So once you practice, okay, then tomorrow we'll be taking more than 2 hours of session to finish your complete data engineering subject. Okay, fine. So by today and tomorrow we'll be finishing your data engineering subject. Okay, then next weekend we are going to start your data science. Okay, or real time analytics. Okay, so basically see, in your data engineering, the very most important thing what you must understand as a data scientist or a data engineering, if you are using your fabric environment, is Spark. Okay. See, what is this Apache Spark? Okay. So Apache Spark is a unified engine for large scale data analytics. Okay. See, for example, if you are dealing with huge amount of data in your organization, then I can say Spark is the best, platform, for the large scale data analytics. For example, even your Pandas is also a platform for your data analytics. SRO. So basically, we did some EDA, exploratory data analysis with your Pandas, NumPys, and all. But what happens? These Pandas and all, they are used for small data sets. Okay, fine. But Spark is not like that. Basically, it is used for huge data sets. Suppose when you are planning for large scale data analytics, okay, in your data science and data engineering, then you need to go for Apache Spark. So before getting into basically the coding of your, see, in your data engineering, basically, or your data science, I can say, it's very important concept is your Apache Spark. Okay, so because most of the around 1,000+ organizations of data science, in data science they use Apache Spark as a one of the unified platform for big data analytics. Okay, so it's a very important concept. So basically just no need to worry, no need to fear about your Spark, whether it is big programming, it's very easy. And thanks to your Microsoft, they have developed, your fabric is a no code technology. Okay, so even though you don't have the knowledge of your Spark, okay, you don't have the knowledge of your Pandas, still you can just drag and drop with help of your drag and drop technology. Okay, you can write coding on your fabric. Okay, so that much, it's very easy, pretty platform. I'll show you. I will develop some Spark programming, and all these things we'll discuss in the next coming.
Quick, one question on this.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Suppose, as I was discussing with you prior, suppose we're dealing with larger, lot of data, millions of data. Suppose for SAP ERP system, okay, and we need to deploy it using Fabric. So, is it mandated to, convert that Python script into Spark, or like we can directly deploy it in Python?
No, it is mandated. Spark, basically Spark works on your multi-cluster technology architecture. Okay, so if you are planning with huge data, for
Hmm.
example, petabytes, terabytes, okay, then you must get into Spark. Okay, so because it is a very powerful platform where it works under different what do you call clustering technology. Fine.
Okay,
So
so smaller data set, we can use Python script and deploy in
yeah,
Fabric
yeah,
directly, but
yeah,
for
yeah.
larger, we need to
You
convert
need to,
mandate
yeah,
Spark.
you need to use Spark. Yeah, you need to, yeah,
Okay.
PySpark you need to use. So PySpark is already built in your what you call integrated in your fabric. You need not again reinstall. No configuration is required. So previously, what they used to do, they used to install your Spark. It's a very configure your Spark. it's a very complex method, right? So without any, even layman can start using your Spark, okay, in your Fabric, fine, and start
Mhm.
working on your large data sets, fine, okay. So that's
Okay.
what the ultimate game is, of your Microsoft or these AI or big Google and all. Basically, they want technology to make simple as possible, okay, fine, but yet they want to achieve their goals, fine. So Spark, how can I define your Spark? It is unified engine for large scale data analytics. Okay. See, basically, it is a multi-language engine. Please understand the concept of multi-language engine. See, your Apache Spark it supports n number of language. Okay, it supports your PySpark in your Python. It supports your Scala. It supports your Java. It supports your SQL. Okay, so we have something called as Spark SQL. We have something called as Spark Java. We have something called as what do you call Spark what do you call Python. We call PySpark basically. So basically, it supports multi-language. I can say it is a multi-language engine for executing your data engineering, data science, and machine learning applications to develop your robust and complex applications to run your data engineering data sets on a single node machines or clusters. So what is this clusters? It is a multiple node machines actually. It is a car architecture. However, it's not a Spark class. Okay, so maybe I'll take some what do you call on some classes, some extra classes on your Spark. Okay, so to make you familiar, so whenever you go to the interviews, it's very easy. Okay, believe me, it's very easy. Okay, whenever you go to your interviews as a data scientist, you must be bit expertise in your Spark. Okay, so how you are good at your pandas, numpys and all. So basically, you must talk more on your Spark. Okay, so but however, just for this class, just understand. Spark is basically it's a unified engine with a multi-language support. Okay, so to support you have to process your large-scale data analytics. If you want to basically what you call it, process your large-scale data. Okay, then we go for Spark. So basically, just this is your official website of your Spark. Okay, just I can get into this. Okay, so just I have taken the data from this itself. Okay, so this is your Spark. Okay, so spark.apache.org. Okay, you can get everything basically, everything basically. What are the key features? As I told you, it supports a multi-language, multidisciplinary, system, unified system where it can process the data, huge amount of data. Okay, where preferred languages are you have to process your data, real-time streaming data. They use Python, SQL, Scala, Java, or R. Okay, these are all very powerful platforms. Basically, where powerful programming languages where you can use in your Spark. Okay, so to process or streaming your data, basically, you can also perform something called as SQL analytics. Okay, so SQL analytics to generate your what you call ad hoc reports, which is 100% faster than your data warehouse. Okay, so Spark, can be compared with your Hadoop. Okay, basically it's a big data ecosystem. Fine. So, but what is the advantage of the Spark? It can process your huge amount of petabytes of data, 100 times better than other systems. Okay, it's a very fast, what do you call, I can say engine. Okay, so it also supports your data science. You can perform certain EDA, exploratory data analytics, and develop your machine learning models, AI applications. Okay, so basically you have it provides an environment for handling complex machine learning and data science applications, right? So this is how it supports different languages like your Python, like SQL, Scala, okay, Java, R. Okay, so what I do basically once I finish your Fabric, just I will brush up you. I will take some snippets classes on your R, Java. I think most of the people just but you did not mention all these languages in your CV. Okay, so basically it's good to mention Scala, SQL, R, and Python. Okay, so Java is absolute, no one is using now. Okay, so basically yes, you can just mention and you can, so that what happens if you are good at these programming languages. Okay, just you need to have an exposure. Again, don't I'm people from non-IT background not to worry about these programming languages because never you write any coding in your Fabric, especially in your Spark. Okay, just it's a drag and drop technology. But whenever Spark is writing the coding, you must be able to understand. Now, see here, this is SQL, right? You are able to understand what is this, right? Select and all, because we did some kind of SQL programming in your data warehousing. So similarly, Python, we did some, Python basically what you call pandas, and obviously we finish certain classes on pandas. Obviously, you can understand this kind of coding actually. Fine. So you don't have to, worry about these things and all. Okay, that will be taken care. Fine. So even if you see here, so basically it provides one an ecosystem. See, it is a mostly widely used engine for scalable computing. Almost 80% of Fortune 500 companies will use your Spark, okay, as their data science platform, okay, and even there are around 2,000 contributors to this open source project, and it also provides an ecosystem. Basically Apache Spark integrates with your favorite frameworks, okay, and helping to scale them thousands of machines. See, basically, it provides an ecosystem to provides a framework to design your data science and machine learning applications. See, for example, all these are available in your Spark, Apache Spark, Pandas, MFly, TensorFlow, NumPy. Okay, so regarding your data science and machine learning, regarding your SQL analytics and BI, yes, you can use your Power BI. Again, you are getting your Power BI, Tableau, all these things. These are all Looker. All these are BI analytics. Okay, suppose if you are from Power BI platform, you can straight away get into your what do you call Apache Spark and start analyzing the data. Okay, so then based on your storage, okay, so it supports n number of storage platform or infrastructure platform applications. Okay, so basically it provides a complete ecosystem for you, okay, to process large amount of data and to even develop your applications. Fine. So this is very small about your Spark. Okay, so no need to go in depth as of now because it's an ocean again. Okay, fine. So we'll take some separate classes on Spark now and then once we finish your Spark break. Okay. So now this is about a very simple introduction of your Spark. Fine. So already we have done this. See what IBM is telling about Spark. See, different companies will have different opinions on your Spark. So as per IBM, what they are telling, Apache Spark is a lightning fast, okay, open source data processing engine for machine learning and AI applications. See, basically, lightning fast means how you get a thunder, like lightning fast. That much fast your Spark is basically. That much fast it can process your data, and especially for your machine learning and AI applications. Because you are in your data science class, you must know about your Spark. Okay, if you don't have that keyword, they won't select in your CV. So they'll throw you out. Okay, so backed by large scale open source community in a big data. So it's basically open source technology. Fine, they're backed up by the open source technology. So, and also what IBM is telling, Apache Spark easily handles large scale data sets and it is very fast. Okay, it is designed to deliver the computational speed, scalability, and programmability required for big data, especially for your streaming data, graphics data, okay, analyticals data, machine learning data, large scale data processing, and artificial applications. So, especially it is designed for this basically. It is designed to deliver, okay, proper computational speed, okay, it is very fast in delivering, in processing your data, and also it provides a scalability, and it gives a programmability options with different. It supports multi-link languages, basically your Python. I mean, as a PySpark, it supports your Python, the Java, and Scala, R, all these, SQL. All these languages are supported by your Spark, which is required for your especially for your streaming data, graphic data, analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence applications. Okay. So, and also what IBM is telling, basically Spark's analytics engine process data 10 to 100 times faster than some alternatives. Okay. Such as Hadoop. See, basically you can, if you are basically, there's a concept of big data where we this Hadoop ecosystem. Okay. So, where the complete data is, handled by different nodes. Okay, but your Spark is very powerful than that Hadoop. Okay, just I will introduce about big data in next coming classes also. What is big data? What is Hadoop? What is Hive? All this. What is clusters? Okay, and very simple and very easy understandable concepts. Okay, so basically you can replace this Hadoop with the help of your Sparks, because your Sparks analytical engine is very powerful and it process 100 times better than your Hadoop. Okay, so basically this is about it scales by distributing processing workflows across large clusters of computers. See, basically your Spark follows
distributed computer system. So what is distributed computing? It process, for example, you give a huge amount of data set to, for example, one server, it distributes the data set to different nodes. Okay. So basically your data set get processed parallelly and with different nodes, means processing units. So that what happens? This is nothing but you are to build parallelism. Parallel, it will execute the data across the different nodes and it will process your data very fast in no time. Okay. So basically, it uses the architecture of your distributed, clustering system, right? So it also involves, as we told you, it includes APIs for programming languages that are popular among your data analysts and data scientists, such as Scala, Java, R programming. Okay, so however, we introduced about your Python, that is better. So your PySpark programming is same, more or less like your pandas, that you feel very easy when we are, in next coming seconds, we will start executing how to create your data frames in PySpark, how to work with PySpark programming. So in the next coming sessions, I'll be discussing, which is more or less like your pandas. Okay, easily you can understand. Okay, fine. Yeah, it's not a bit difficult yet. So then, what is the advantages of this, Apache Spark? As we told, it provides accelerated, app development, application development for your machine learning, data science, and AI applications. It's a very fast, managed to use, fast, process very faster than your Hadoop 100x times, and speedy memory access, basically. Fine. So now, basically, this is as per your IBM. So then, what Databricks is telling? See, Databricks is basically it is. So I don't know, like, how many people they do have knowledge on Databricks. It is also one of the technology where you need to put in your CV. Okay, yes, I do have some knowledge on your Databricks. See, Databricks is basically, it's a company. It's a global data analytics artificial intelligence company founded by original creators of your Apache Spark, who are the inventors, who are the founders of your Apache Spark. They came with one company called Databricks. Okay, so basically this company provides a cloud-based platform to help your enterprises to build, scale up, and govern data and AI, including generative AI and other machine models. Okay, so basically even you have certifications from your Databricks. Okay, so regarding your data science and regarding your find your data generative AI. Okay, so you can just add your badge to your LinkedIn profile or to CV. Just I'm Databricks certified generative AI developer. I'm Databricks certified data scientist. Basically, it adds more value for you in the industry, because these guys are the core guys, who are the main reason for coming out your open source technology called Apache Spark, right? So what Databricks is telling, basically, Apache Spark, again, it is a lightning fast unified analytics engine for big data and machine learning. It was originally developed in UC Berkeley, it's University, California University, in 2009. Okay, so just I want to play one small video regarding your Databricks, what co-founder of your Databricks is telling about your Spark. Just let me know you are able to listen to this audio or not. Okay, fine. Are you able to listen this audio?
Yes.
Just it's a 2 minutes of audio. Just let us understand what is Spark, Apache Spark in a very nutshell. Okay, so with the interactive version, it is a video from your Databricks. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matej Zacharia. I'm a co-founder and chief technologist of Databricks, and I also started the Apache Spark project back in 2009 during my PhD at UC Berkeley. Today, Apache Spark is the most actively developed open source project in big data, and probably the most widely used as well. There are hundreds of people contributing to it every year, probably over 1,000 since the project first started, and it continues to rapidly add new features, new capabilities, such as libraries to do different types of analytics. What's unique about Spark at the highest level is that it's the only software frameworks that combines data and AI. So using Spark, you can do large-scale data transformations and analysis, and then you can immediately run state-of-the-art machine learning and AI algorithms on it. And that's super important for building AI products, because AI is only as good as the data that you put into it. It's powered by the data. And so when you have a framework that can do both things and that designs them to work together, you can quickly build the highest quality application. So at Databricks, I personally focus on a variety of topics just around our technical and product strategy. So with respect to Apache Spark, I'm always talking to users, trying to figure out, what are the issues that they're having with it, what are additional features that they'd like to see, and helping to guide the contributions from Databricks in these areas of the open source project. In addition, at Databricks, we're interested in building a unified analytics platform that's end-to-end, that goes beyond the analytics engine. So I'm also thinking all the time about the analytics process in general, how to enable enterprises and organizations to just reliably build data products as part of their business, and helping to design a lot of the key components of our platform that let our customers do that.
So, hope you understood this very small snippet of your Apache Spark. So it's a very small snippet of your Apache Spark. What is Apache Spark in nutshell, with the help of your Databricks company, fine, which is one of the topmost in demand, companies in the world. Yeah. So basically, this is about a small introduction of your, Apache Spark. For example, you see, big companies like Netflix, Yahoo, eBay. Basically, they are using the Spark like anything. They are the core, I think. Basically, they're developing this Spark. They're contributing to the Spark open AI technologies. Okay, so all these things on a scale. Now basically, which can process your petabytes of data over 8,000 nodes. Okay, so it's a very big community actually. Fine. Okay, so these are the advantages of Spark as per Databricks. Fine. So let us start, kickstart your data engineering, Spark, programming. So how can we, basically, how can we experience your Spark programming in your, Fabric environment? How Microsoft Fabric has integrated your Spark seamlessly without any configuration, just right away you can, without layman, just you don't know about Spark, but still, just you can go and start doing the things. Okay, fine. So yeah. So any questions till now? Fine. So we'll kickstart your Spark with help of your Microsoft Fabric environment. Yeah. Okay. So as you basically, just let me get into your Microsoft Fabric. Okay. So I've got Microsoft Fabric. So this is my account. So you can use your Kamal@Apshara account. Okay. So now basically we need to get into your data engineering framework. Okay. So let me get into your data engineering experience. So this is where I can click on, or directly I can get into your Microsoft Fabric, or click on this data engineering. Everything is same just. So let me get into your data engineering. Okay. So where already we created, these lake houses. These are the components of your data engineering, lake houses and all, right? So basically now let us create one notebook. Okay, what is this notebook? Okay, we'll try to explore what is this notebook in very few hours. Basically, it's a platform how you have your notebooks in your Jupyter, right? Okay, so we create certain programs. Okay, we execute certain programs. It's an environment where to create your process your data and all, right? Similarly, here also we create something called as notebooks. Okay, so to run your Spark programming and all these things, basically to process your data. Okay, so to play with your data engineering and data science concepts, right? So let us create one notebook now. Just click on notebook. Click on notebook. Fine. Okay. Yeah. So when you click on notebook, just it start creating your notebook. Okay. So you are able to. So this is your notebook environment. So let us understand first what is your environment of a notebook. It seems like. So I think most of the students here, they have worked on your Pandas, they have worked on your Jupyter or Google Colab, right? Where they have different cells. Now see here, this is your notebook. Name of the notebook is notebook one. Just you can rename it as your Spark notebook. Okay, fine. Okay, or something. If you are from, you can put your name. Okay, so basically if you are doing some projects or handling some modules, you can put that modules like finance module or whatever maybe basically. So just this is my notebook. What I kept the name, just hit enter.
Fine. This is saved. Okay. This is my notebook name basically. So notebook basically is a place where you start writing your Spark coding. Okay. Now see, basically you have different options. You have home tab, edit tab, run tab, view tab. These are all different tabs. Okay. Now you are in the home tab. You have, these are the cells. When I click on this, the cursor is blinking where I can type your Spark programming or Java programming or Python or whatever maybe. Fine. Okay. It supports different, it's a multilingual basically. Now see here, I didn't set up any Spark. Okay. So I didn't set up any Apache Spark. Okay. Apache Spark is inbuilt in your Fabric itself. Okay. So you do not do any configuration. That is an advantage of your Fabric actually. Fine. Again, if you start building your Fabric and start integrating to your Power BI or start integrating to your data engineering, that doesn't meet, solve the purpose. Okay. The whole idea of your Fabric is integration. Fine. You have everything in your Fabric, just you need to know how to use it. That's it. Now see, in your home tab, you have something called as language support. Now by default, you are in a PySpark. Yeah, that is your Python programming environment. Okay, where we are using PySpark, which is PySpark. What is this PySpark? It's like your pandas. Okay, it's like your API, one of your API basically, to process huge amount of data sets. Okay, complex data sets. Pandas basically, they, for small data sets you use pandas. Okay. But large amount of data sets you go for your PySpark. Okay, but there is one small disadvantage of your PySpark. Just and in the next classes I'll be explaining you compared to your pandas. Fine. So now by default, see, as soon as you create your notebook, okay, so the system will select your PySpark. Okay, fine. Now apart from that, you can select Scala. Okay. You can select SQL, you can select R, you can select TSQL. So already we have discussed what is TSQL in the data warehousing concepts or data warehousing experience. Basically, it's Microsoft, SQL analytics, basically, like where we write some SQL coding for creating your tables, we use our database operations. Okay. So all these are supported by this is nothing but your Apache environment. This is what you are seeing is an Apache environment. Okay. Where, you are trying to do certain activities, data science activities, okay, with the help of this any one programming language. So whenever you see in your descriptions, don't worry that you do not mention all these programming languages. By default, of course, most of the data scientists, they do have Python programming language and SQL, right? And T-SQL is nothing but I see everything is same basically. Of course, let me give some glimpse on your Scala and R also, so that you can just write, I do have an exposure. So don't tell that you're an expert. Again, it's a very big ocean actually, right? So I do have an exposure to your Scala and R because I got an opportunity to work on some data processing or EDA analysis, okay, or reporting analysis with the help of your Scala or R. Okay, so you can impress the interviewer basically, fine. So now by default, it will be in your Python. Let it be like that. Okay, so this class, we are focusing on Python. And we are using your PySpark as an environment. By programming, what is the fundamental basic programming language? What we are using your Spark is PySpark. Okay, fine. So now you are able to see something called as connect here. So what is this connect? Basically, see, we call this as one session. Okay, so whenever, this is one session. Okay, when we create your notebook, this is one session. Okay. So for every session, you need to connect to your server. Okay, so basically, if you're not able to, it's same as your Jupyter. Basically, like it's a client server architecture. Basically, you need to connect to your server to run your Python programming, all these things, right? Okay, just now basically, I don't want to connect now. Just I'm exploring your. I'm trying to make you to understand your notebook. Okay, look and feel what is notebook? What is the notebook environment? Basically, how it looks. Okay, how can we explore a number of things? All these things we'll discuss. Fine. Let us start your PySpark programming immediately. So let us understand your notebook first. Let us become familiar with this. Okay. Now these are the cells. Okay. See, we have different cells. Okay, and you can type some programming here, and you can start running the cell. Just click on this to run this cell. Okay. Suppose you can add one more cell here. Click on code. So the same, you can go on adding the cells, and you can, suppose if you want to execute all these cells, you can just click on run all. It executes all these cells. Okay. All basically you can choose. If, for example, now you kept a cursor here. Okay, what is a cell? Below this cell, okay? So if you want to run cells below, you can do. If you want to run cells above, you can do. So obviously you can do all these things. Basically, if you want to delete these cells, okay? So what, get into your edit mode, just click on this deleting cells, okay? So you can just click on delete, it gets deleted. Okay, now what is this? Basically move the cells, okay? So you can move the cells, just here, just you can, move the cells from one cell to another cell, okay? So, or delete your cells, okay? So like this, you can just, now see here, you are in edit mode, you have something called as auto save. What is this? Basically, like whatever you are doing, it is auto saved because it is cloud computing environment. Basically, you are working in the cloud. Okay, not on your desktop. Fabric is a cloud-based component, right? So always it's better to put on an auto save. Whatever the coding you are doing, it gets saved here now. So I will discuss in a very few seconds, what is this clear all outputs. Okay, so what is this? Basically, what is clear all outputs? For example, you write some programs, you define some variables. So for example, you have added two numbers, x and y, basically then z is equal to x plus y. So basically these are all variables, right? If you want to completely see what this Python, what you call it, your notebook will do, it will store every variable inside its memory, basically. Okay. So, but sometimes it becomes messy. Okay. So we want to clear all the outputs. So when you click on clear outputs, okay, always it's the best practice to click on this clear outputs when you are starting a new programming, PySpark programming, okay, and proceed further, basically. Otherwise what happens, just it gets redundant, basically. So just when you click on clear outputs, whatever the variables knowingly or unknowingly are there, it gets deleted, actually. Okay, all the data will be erased. Fine. So then we have different run options. Okay, all these things. Okay, you can schedule and all these things you can do. We have this a view. Okay, this is a layout, standard layout or a side by layout. It's all depends on your other things of things you do. Okay, right? So now get into your home page. This is all about your tabs. You can save this, save as, you can save this. Okay, so what do you call it? Which workspace? Fabric Vapshala workspace. As I told you, notebook is also one of the component of your data science fabric component, basically. Okay, how you store your reports, how you store your data pipelines, how you store your lake houses, warehouses, semantic models. Okay, similarly, okay, we store your notebooks, okay, as one of the component. Okay, so in your workspace, so let us store your notebook what you created in your Apshala workspace. Okay, what you created, just click on save and just stop me if I'm fast, if you're not able to understand. These are a bit new concepts, but believe me, it's very pretty easy. Okay, even any student can understand. It's not that much complex. Okay, so
Just one question.
yes.
Yes, so we can write Python language also in this.
Obviously, so PySpark is nothing but your Python, right? Yeah, you can write
Okay, so it supports Python also. Okay, fine.
every language. It will support Python. It supports all libraries in your Python, including your machine learning libraries, deep learning libraries, okay, small libraries like your pandas, numpys, everything you can do. Yeah, I'll show you in a few seconds. Right?
Okay.
Click on save. Click on save. Fine. So now it gets saved. So it gets saved to your workspace. Now it is taking to your, it went to your workspace and came back. Okay. So now you can go to your, workspace. This is your Fabric workspace Apshala. Okay. So now you can just explore your notebook here in your workspace as one of the component. Okay. So just can be, yeah, this is your notebook. So where's your workspace? So someone has created one notebook one. Okay. So where is our here? This is your notebook actually. Okay. So Ruthvik Spark notebook copy. Okay. So this is how your lake houses. Now see your work houses. It is a collection of your different data science components or fabric components like your reports, data flows. Okay. So data pipelines, lake houses, semantic models, okay, notebooks, okay, all these things basically. Data warehouses, okay. I think we created warehouse also, Apshala warehouse, right? So these are all basically used in your projects, right? That's a unified platform. Right? That is the reason why this workspace, that's one lake, unified platform. makes your fabric, very powerful in the field of your data science. Now let me get into your notebook from your workspace. Of course, you can create your notebook from your workspace also. Just click on new item. Okay, just get down to your data engineering experience. Okay, so you can create a notebook here also. Okay, so where is it? Yeah, here you can develop data. You can create a notebook here. Okay, so even you can go for data engineering experience and create your notebook also. Anyways, okay. So now let me get into your notebook from your uh, workspace. Okay, so this is your notebook with Wix Spark notebook. Okay, just click on this. Fine. So click on this. Okay. So now again we are into your notebook again. We are back to your notebook. Fine. Now you are able to see something. Basically all these things. Like what do you call these are the different what do you call parameters what we have. Okay, you can move this cell down. See here. Okay, you can move this cell down or move this cell up. Okay, like this you can change, and just you can something if you get an output, you can clear this output. Okay, I'll show you. You can lock this cell or freeze this cell. See what is my lock? So when you click on this lock, okay, now see here. When I click on this lock, okay, so just click on this lock. Okay, you can't write any coding here, it gets locked. Okay, so when you freeze it, even you can't execute. Now see here, it's freezed. It's freezed basically. Okay, you can't execute it. Fine. So basically just again you can click on unfreeze, it gets unfreezed. So like this you can do any options and number of options here, all these things basically. Fine. Okay, so you can split your cells, you can merge your cells. A very interactive environment what your Apache, what your fabric will provide you. Fine. Now in the left panel you have something called as Explorer. Okay, so you have something called as Explorer. Okay, what is this Explorer? See, in your Spark programming, okay, we can extract your data. See, from different sources, like your files. Directly you can import your files. When you click on this, built in, you can upload your files here. You can be CSV files, JSON files, and you can directly use your files, structured data and unstructured data in your Spark programming. Okay, or directly you can connect your lake houses or warehouses. Now see, it's a very one step, just click on add and connect your lake houses and all. Okay, your warehouses and all what we created. Okay, and you can use the data also, okay, to in your Spark programming for the data processing or data transformation basically. Okay, so now let us kickstart to write your small program. So let us just delete this. Okay, and even I don't want this. Okay, so just put a cursor on this, it gets activated. Just click on delete. I need only one cell here. Okay, so now before starting a program, we need to start your engine, right? Spark engine. Basically, just click on connect. So when you click on connect, now see here, I want to start a new session. Okay, just click on new session. Okay, now see here your session is starting actually. Okay, so now whatever you are doing, you are doing in this session, right? Now session has started. Okay, it start recording everything what you are doing. Okay, even you see something, you are able to see something called as default Wrangler. What is this data Wrangler? It is a data cleaning tool. Even we can clean your data here. Okay, so now let us create one data frame. I think most of the students here, they know what is a data frame because they attended the classes of Pandas. Okay, so data frame is a very I can say it's a subset. It's a simple data structure, right? Okay, see, most of your data sets like your sample superstore, whatever the data sets you handle in your Power BI. Okay, these are all nothing but data frames. But basically, if I take a snippet of that, it's a data frame. We call it a data frame. It's a simple data structure. So let us create one data frame with the help of your PySpark, okay, in your Fabric environment. Okay, so so we do have already predefined coding for this. So already I do have a data set. Okay, just I'll share you in the your drive. Just you can download the data sets and start just copying that. Just how to create your data frame. See, this is basically a .py Python file where already I do have in my system. Okay, so where I go to my Jupyter Notebook, initially, basically I go to my Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So, okay, so let me connect to my Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so let me upload this Python file. Let me understand the program, then copy in your Fabric environment. I can do like that. Okay, because these are all Python programming, Python scripting languages. Okay, so let me just delete all these things. Okay, so okay, fine. Okay, so now just click on upload. Just click on load your Python files. Directly it is coming to my file. So just I will load all these Python files. Okay, see I do have I do have this create data from Python file. Select it. Already it is loaded. Okay, just I need to replace. Just click on overwrite. Okay, so so this is your double click. Okay, this is a Python file. Okay, a very simple coding. Fine, a very simple coding script. How to create your data frame in your Spark. Okay, so basically, if you understand your pandas, basically, like we also created a data frame in your pandas. Okay, so by using your pd dot data frame. For example, if I show your pandas, okay, so let me open your Akshay pandas, so one of your friends car. Okay, so how to create your data frames? So this is your data frames, what he created actually. Fine. So what he did basically, so he created our data dictionary. Data is nothing but one data dictionary. Here this is a syntax for it. This is a name, age, city. These are the structure schema of your data, what you call frame. Okay, and this is the content of the data that is getting into your data frame, right? Okay, so now he defined the schema first, that is called data dictionary. Then he's passing this data dictionary inside your method called data frame, which is one of the predefined method in your pandas. So just I'm accessing your predefined method data frame like pd dot data frame. Then I'm passing the data, and I'm even giving some parameters to it. Okay, and finally storing in a very famous variable called df. Df means data frame. Basically, the same thing we did in pandas, right? The same thing how we can write in your Spark. Very easy. The same thing better than this. You can understand. This is a Spark coding where the same thing we are doing. We are creating one data dictionary, but here we are not creating the schema. We are not defining the schema. Just this is a data dictionary. Okay, where basically where we are loading the data. Okay, array. I can say it's a string of array. Okay, in your data. Then we are passing this data, okay, this data variable or what you call string data dictionary, okay, to your one of the predefined function called as create data frame. See, every APIs, they use their own predefined methods. The concept is same. Okay, see, the concept is underlying concept is same, but they use different predefined methods. Okay, so, and even directly I'm using a Spark keyword to accelerate this or invoke this predefined method Spark dot, because it is a Spark is a framework in which you have this what you call create data frame. So obviously I use Spark dot create data frame. I'm passing this data. Apart from that, I'm also passing the schema. Okay, what is the schema? What is the structure of your data frame? So this is your name, this is your age, this is your city. Fine. Then basically I'm trying to ask to show this data frame. I created this data frame, okay, using your Spark. And also I'm trying to show this data frame. And also I'm trying to display this data frame in the form of table. Okay. So now let us just execute your first program. Okay. So, how to create your data frames in your Spark. Okay. Just let me copy this, as simple as this. Okay. Just copy. Suppose if you don't know this, for example, no need to see, as a non-IT guy, you must be able to understand the programming, but you need not expertise in programming. Please underline that, okay? Because companies know that you use your Anaconda assistants, basically better than you, it will write the program. For example, let me use your Anaconda assistants, okay? So to write the same program, okay? So so create data frame, okay? So okay, using Spark. So basically, it can write a better program than you, right? So this is your, so this is a, see here, basically, it has written the program for you, basically, okay? So basically, you don't have to worry about your programming, but you must be able to understand how it operates. The concept is same. So let me just copy this program, okay? So copy, fine. So go to your Spark, go to your Fabric environment, okay? Just put a cursor, just Control V, that's it. Okay, your job is done. Now see here, this is the language. Here also you can change your language, which language. Okay, so you should be very clear what type of language you are using. Okay, in your notebook. Don't execute Python programming in your Scala. Don't execute this what you call Python program SQL. It shows you an error basically. Okay, so now I need to execute this code basically. Fine, I need to execute this code. I can do here also, or I can do here also. Anything. Let me, because it's a single cell, I can just click on this. Okay, just I'm clicking on this, it gets executed. Fine, as simple as how you did in your Jupyter notebooks. The same thing what I'm doing. So it is seen here in 9 seconds, 10 seconds. It is calculated the time, resources. See here, Spark job process is 1. Now see here, it has created a data frame and it is showing you the data frame. Okay. So basically, if you understand the data frame, this is nothing but your what you call schema of your data frame. Okay. This is nothing but schema, fine, of your data frame. So this is nothing but schema, fine. Names of the columns, name, age, and city, and this is nothing but data. Okay, this is nothing but data, fine. Okay, so this is how we create your data frames. Now see here, you can observe something, like successfully it has executed 3 jobs. Okay, it is splitted into basically, even though it is a small program, it is splitted into 3 jobs and successfully it has executed. Okay, all these things basically. This is how systematically your Spark will execute your programs. Fine. So let me just save this. Okay, so you can save it. Okay, already it is, because I activated this auto on. No need to save every time. Just it is auto on. Okay. Now I want to just display this data frame. Okay. So in a table format. So this is not a table format basically. It is one kind of displaying of your data frame, but it is not a table format. I want to display this data from a table format. So what I will do, I'll click on new code, just put a cursor here, it gets blinked. Okay, just roll as cursor, click on code. Okay, now just you can type display. See here, it is very interactive actually. Okay, you not even remember, just remember the syntax, just display, select this display, because you may do some spelling mistakes. So now it is showing you basically the syntax also. It's very, very Microsoft. That is the reason why popularity is there for your Microsoft, because of this. It's very easy, as if you are using your Windows operating system. Fine, anyone can use. So just click on run cell. Now see here, it is running this. Okay, so now basically this is how it is displayed in the form of tabular column. Okay, so basically now this is a output is somewhat different from this actually. This is a table like structure, right? Now see the table, you can see one chart, you can visualize this. Click on this here, you can see your chart, you can download into PNG. Okay, you can download this PNG. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, or you can just have some data wrangling options. Okay, so when you click on this data wrangling options, directly it will take you to the what you call the data. What is data wrangling? It's nothing but a data cleaning tool. Okay, or a data transformation tool. Just click on this data wrangling. Now see here, you are in the data wrangler. Okay, data wrangler is one of the inbuilt what you call data transformation tool in your notebook, basically, to clean your data. Now see here, it is where I can just what you call change your data type, whatever may be basically. Okay, so just click on this. You can drop this column, highlight this column, basically whatever you want to do, you can do. Just rename the column. Let me rename the column. Okay, so new column name is the first name. Okay, first name. Okay, fine. So fine, just click on apply. So now basically it will also give some suggestions what kind of formats you should use, whether it is supported or not, basically a number of things. Even see the data quality is automatically detected here. Okay, it's a very powerful tool. Okay, so you don't have any missing values, you have 3 distinct values, and how the data distribution, how much percentage it is occupying, 33%, everything 30% like this, even age also basically. Fine, so you can, if you want, you can delete, rename, drop, change column types. You want to change the column types, you can do all these things. Okay, now you can just you can even see, now this is a new data for you. I want to save as a CSV. Just click on save. Okay, now see here, it is saving you as a CSV. So this is how I can basically, so you can save as a CFP. Okay. So I can start opening your data, right? So it's a CSV format, right? Just click on this, it opens in your SQL. So this is a clean data what we did. We did all these things in the previous classes, but those are not useful for you in your real time. These are useful for you in the real time. See here, I got a first name instead of first, I got a first name. The name has been changed. Hope you understood, right? Okay, very, very simple, very pretty, interesting and all. Okay, now you want to go back so to your what you called from where you came, right? Okay, so and see here there's a summary of your what you called what is the age type, what is the data type in 64, how many rows we have, how many distinct values we have, do you have any missing values, statistics. See, don't worry about the statistics. When we start your data science classes, machine learning classes, before that we'll take some statistics, some classes on your mathematics, because see, statistics is I can say it is a mother of your data science, right? So but don't worry that you should become a statistician in your data science. Many people will fear from non-IT background. No need to do that. Okay, it's very easy. Just to understand what is mean, standard deviation. Just you should become one small child reading some statistics. That's very easy. Even linear algebra, matrices, all these things will be studied. Okay, so this is statistical analysis what it did. Not to worry about that as of now. Okay, so even see here there are cleaning steps here. Okay, so the first step is load data from the variable. Okay, just basically you can even preview. Okay, so now see here this is the second step. Okay, third step. Okay, hope you understood, right? It recorded every step. Actually, I loaded the data, then I renamed here. See here, this is their old name. Now I renamed it to the first name. Okay, then I started a new operations. Okay, so like this, it record everything. It is similar as your what do you call Power Query Editor, but Data Wrangler is a separate tool in your Apache environment in your Fabric. Okay, so basically you can use it. Now you want to go back, okay, to your place where you came. That is notebook. Just click on this. Okay, it is asking, do you want to exit? Yes, I want to exit. Fine, just click. That's it. You came back. That's it. So now basically, now let me just explain you about this concept of freezing. Okay, now see here. So basically now I will lock this cell. When I click on lock, okay, so basically I can't execute this. See here, the cursor is not blinking. Okay, so now when I click on unlock again, no, the cursors, you can put a cursor, you can start doing the things. Now when I click on freeze, okay, now see here I can't do this. Basically just nothing I can't do. It's freezed. The cell is freezed. So this is how. Now basically what is this clear output? See, I don't want to see this output. Okay, so I'm pretty used of this output, but I don't want to see this output. Okay, just just click on this clear output. Your output is gone. That's it, because it's a very messy. Don't try to execute all your programs. Don't try to open many cells. It gets confused, because in near few seconds after some break, I'll start creating your lake houses here. I start creating your files, and just I'll make it to get surprised. Just with drag and drop we can create this code. No need to write this code and cut and paste also. Believe me. Okay, just drag and drop. It will write the code for you. That it's easy as that you are expecting, right? Okay, so so like this, we have many options here. So now we have something called as markup also. See, when you just put your cursor here, okay. So so let me just now see here, you are able to see something apart. When you click on code, it will add a new code. Okay, so let me delete this. But what is this markdown? Okay, see, what is markdown? If you want to add some headings, okay. So let me, instead of here, okay, I can use this. I'll just cut it. Okay, so what I can do, I'll click on this markdown. Okay, okay, so here I'll do fine. So this is how I get. Basically I can do italic. Okay, so bold, all these things I can do basically, but just let it keep as simple as possible. I can put some image, a number of things. Okay, so like this, now see here, it looks pretty meaningful, like creating a data frame from the collection of tuples. A very interactive tool. Okay, so instead of maintaining comments here, you can do that, but still please maintain your comments here also. Okay, because you will understand what is happening here, right? Okay, so this is about your notebook. Okay, so your first program in your Spark. how to create your what do you call data frames. Okay, so how to restructure your data frames by using data wrangler tool, how to involve in data cleaning process, okay, data cleaning activities, a very simple program, fine. Okay, so now in the next classes, basically we have a couple of, just I need to spend some time with you. Okay, so okay, so we have explored your notebook. Okay, we have created your data frame, we have explored your notebook. So now let me uploads and upload some files. How can we upload some files? See, basically, of course, you in your data science will deal with your structured and unstructured data, right? So how to upload, for example, I need data from your Superstore file, okay, in your Spark programming to process or to involve in data wrangling activities, right? So how can I do that basically? How can I get the data? Okay, so all these things we'll discuss in few seconds after certain break. Okay, so you can take certain break. So the time is that. Just you can have some cup of coffee. So I want to spend some one more half an hour of time, 40 minutes. Okay, so that I can finish some concepts. I do have some concepts, uploading the files, creating a lake houses, all these things, so that we can, okay, 50% of your data engineering is done. So tomorrow again, we'll finish your remaining part at 4 o'clock. Okay, fine. But still class is there. Please hold on. Okay, have some cup of coffee and come back, within 5 to 10 minutes is okay. Fine. So we can join at 9:30. Fine. Now it is, 9:20 it is. Okay, so the time is around 9:20. Okay, you can have some cup of coffee and come back soon. Okay,
But
yeah, yes.
one question. So about the data wrangler experience, right? So once you edit that, and if you want to make those changes in your notebook, so there was an option to add it to the notebook, right?
Yeah, you can add. That's what it's asking. If you observe, basically, you know, it is asking, do you want to exit or you want to create a notebook? Basically, you want to upload in a notebook. Basically, okay, you can do it. Basically, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, but basically it's not our task. Basically, once we transform the data, we export the data to CSV or some other format, and we load in your data warehouse. Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
So just have a break of 5 to 10 minutes, have some cup of coffee, whatever, maybe just have some refreshments. You can come back. I'll start the class at 9:30 sharp. Fine. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, guys. Hope you're back. Shall we start?
Yep.
So I think Akshay, Piyush, Vinod, Krishna.
Yes, Ritvik.
Yeah. So, so let us, how can we upload your files and read your files to your notebook? Okay, fine. Okay, so just we'll try to spend some time on it. Okay, so you have something called as here File Explorer, right? Okay, let me just delete this output. Okay, so just okay, so let it be very simple. Okay, so now this is your File Explorer. This is nothing but your Explorer. Okay, what is this Explorer? You have already created a number of lake houses. You have created your data warehouses. All these are resources like files. Basically, like where in your notebook you have an option to just load your files. Okay, and connect your lake houses, connect your warehouses, where you can use it as one of the data source. Okay, fine. So now let me just upload your files. So basically files, can be added in your resource sessions. Just click on this. Okay, you have something called as built-in. Click on these three dots. You can create your new folder or directly upload your files. Okay, just click on upload file. Suppose if you have any files already built in, you can download it. Fine, let me just click on upload files. Okay, so just click on next. It is just warning you while you can upload your files of any type. Okay, so of course it can support any kind of files, basically like CSV, JSON, or whatever may be. The size of the file must be smaller than 100 MB. See that, basically you can just click on file requirements. Okay, so you can learn in your Microsoft. Okay, basically what is the file requirements and all in the resources. Fine. Okay, so you have, this is data engineering Microsoft materials. Basically, if you want, just I can share you that. Okay, so basically it is a Fabric environment basically. Okay, so just click on your chat window. You can use just so it is one of the best one of the resource what you can use it. Okay, just click on next now. Just click on next. Now it is asking already I do have files. So I do have one CSV file called product file. I do have one file called JSON file. Okay, so this is your JSON. This is your Microsoft what you call the CSV file. Okay, just uploading two files. Click on OK. Click on open. Now you have uploaded your files successfully. Okay, just click on built-in. Now see here, basically always it's better to create one folder than do it. But however, just we upload it. Now basically now this is your JSON file. Now products file. So now in your pandas, so when you go back to your previous classes, where you used your Jupyter, you wrote a coding, right? To upload your, if you want to read your data from your CSV file, you started writing your coding, right? Okay, so basically you have used a number of predefined functions like read CSV functions. All these things had a lot of headache base. Now basically with the help of your Fabric environment, basically it's a no code technology. Okay, so just you can drag and drop. Okay, just hold your cursor, select this file, just you can drag and drop. Okay, now I am dragging and dropping your what do you call product CSV. As soon as I get a blue line, just drop it. It will write a code for you how to extract your data from your CSV file. Okay, now your Fabric is a very intelligent tool based on the data. Okay, it will decide whether I should use pandas or whether I should use Spark, whether I should use what kind of APIs. Okay, suppose if it is a complex data, it directly goes to the Spark. Okay, if it is a simple data, it goes to your pandas, like that. Okay, so just let me drag and drop. Now see here, it is going for the pandas because it's a very small data. So it has decided that I need to use pandas, okay, library or API in order to read your data from the CSV file. Now see here, automatically it has written a program for you. I didn't write any program. It has written its own program. This is a drop and this is a technology. Many startups are budding now, okay, to develop like these technologies for your data science. They are making your life very easier.
Okay, fine. No need to worry about your coding. But however, you should be able to understand what is this read CSV, what is this PD, all these things, what is this import. However, we have taken some classes on you, right? We already finished your pandas classes, right? So basically now just I can, this is a code to read your data. So we are importing your pandas as PD and we are trying to use your, what you call read CSV function. Okay, read CSV method, which is a predefined methods in your pandas. PD is nothing but your alias for your pandas. Just it's a recap for some people. Okay, now this is nothing but your file path. This is your file path. So basically, even you can just where you should mention in your double quotes. Okay, so basically you can, if you want, just right click on your what you call the copy relative path. You can just even copy this and you can store in variable called path. Okay, fine, a very simple variable called path like this. Okay, fine, like this also you can path. Fine. So but that's what, basically you can have your own coding also, but however directly it is writing coding for you. Okay, so just click on, just try to run this program. Fine. Now see here it is executing. Now see here it is loaded the data from your CSV file. Fine. Again, you can just analyze your data in the form of chart. You can do n number of things. Okay, you can download in terms of your image. You can conduct data wrangling activities. You can do n number of things. Okay, fine. So this is your log actually. Fine, log files. So how it did all these things. Okay, you can inspect. Okay, just this is nothing but inspect every column. Fine, you can inspect the quality of the data in every column. Okay, you can even search what basically what if you have many columns, so for example large data sets, it is very important features. Fine. So this is how basically I can read your data from the CSV just with single click. Okay, I didn't write any program. Fine. Hope. Now let me just I don't want to display this data, I mean output. Just clear your what you called clear this output. Just click on this. Okay, now we have 3 programs, right? Now let me even drag and drop your JSON file. Okay, so just drag and drop your JSON file. Okay, to here anywhere you can drop. So let me follow some order. Okay, now see the program again, it is using pandas. So it is deciding itself. Basically, this is a very small data set that we use the pandas. Okay, it's not under our control basically. Fine. So of course you can use n number of technologies to do the same. But however, your Fabric environment is deciding this is the best, right? So okay, so basically it is using read JSON, what you call predefined function. How you want to read your file with help of your read CSV, it is using read JSON function. Okay, so just click what you call run cell. Okay, so basically now see this is your read data. Basically this is how your read JSON file is. Obviously right, the JSON file format. Okay, so but interestingly, it is very intelligent tool. See here, when you run this, okay, when you run your what you call CSV file, okay, when you are using extract the data from your CSV file, okay, so it is showing you many options here. Okay, chart options and number of things. Okay, because it is in the tabular format, you can do some visualizations directly. You can even perform data wrangling, but unfortunately, when you are dealing with your data, what you call JSON file, see here, nothing is there. Okay, so it is not supporting anything, even data wrangling. That is, JSON files cannot be used directly for your data wrangling or any other reporting analysis. It is basically highly unstructured data. You need to convert into structured data, tables. Okay, then only it is possible. Already in the previous sessions, we know how to convert your JSON to files, right? And files to delta tables, right? So we created one data pipeline called data flow gen 2. Okay, then we converted your JSON files, right? So that is very, very important for your real times. So this is how we can upload your files and directly, okay, so load your files in your notebook, right? Okay, so now now let me go to all sources, click on back. Now see here, basically already we uploaded some resources like files and data. Now, okay, now let me just get into a next topic. Okay, how to connect your lake houses. Okay, of course we can't create your lake houses here. Okay, so already we created your lake houses, but we can connect your existing lake houses, or you can create your lake house also. Okay, so let me just click on your lake house. Okay, now just you can click on this lakehouse or click on add. Okay, so click on add. It is asking, do you want to create a new lakehouse or do you want to create an existing lakehouse? Suppose if you click on new lakehouse, again it will go back to your lakehouse environment. Again, whatever we did, previous classes, we need to do it, but I don't want to do now. Already we finished your lakehouse syllabus. Okay, now we need to use existing lakehouse. Okay, just click on existing lakehouse. So it will populate all the lakehouses what we have in your workspace. So basically, we have so lakehouse. Let me select your Apshala lakehouse, which is my first lakehouse what I created for your Apshala. Just click on add. Click on add. Fine. Okay, now see here. One problem here is whenever you are creating a lakehout, you must stop your session, Spark session. Basically, you are running one session, right? So, just automatically it should be stopped. Otherwise, you can't load your lakehouse. Once the lakehouse is done, again, you can reactivate your sessions. Okay, just it's inevitable. Okay, just stop your sessions. Once you stop your sessions, thing is that all your variables. Okay, I'll show you what is the effect of stopping your sessions. See, for example, here you created one data frame, right? DF variable has been formed, right? So that gets erased. Okay, again you need to execute all the coding. So just I'll tell you how to do, right? Just click on stop now. Okay, so now we are loading your now see here the session has been stopped. Again you are getting connect fields. The session has been stopped. Now you loaded your Apshala lakehouses where you have these delta tables, you have files, okay, just click on these files. So these are files. Okay, so so this is how basically I can load your existing lakehouses in your notebook. Fine. So again, the same procedure. You can just drag and drop a number of things. Okay. Now already we have extracted the data from CSV and JSON file here. It has written a code. Now basically now I need to write a code. Now see here. Just if you try to now it is the session has been stopped. You can't execute the code. Just click on this run cell. Okay. Here. Now it started your session, automatically disconnecting and started your sessions. Okay, so now basically unless or until you start your session, you cannot execute the code. Okay, so that is very, very important. Okay, so now it is started executing. Fine. So let me just click on now run all. Okay, when I click on run all, okay, it executes all the step by step all the cells. Again, it creates all your variables. Fine. So so basically this is how you need to do it. Otherwise what happens, whatever you did, it gets completely erased. Okay, when you stop the sessions. Fine. So now, so let me just remove all the outputs. I don't want the outputs. Fine. So just let me remove the outputs. Okay. Okay, fine. So basically this is nothing but you can convert this cell to markdown cell. See, for example, if you want to markup language, if you want to embed this code in somewhere, just you can just click on this convert to markdown cell. It gets converted like this. Okay, so but I am not interested here. Just I'll put it into normal format. Okay, now already we did it. Okay, so we exported the files. Already we have dealt with your files. So minimize it. Okay, now let me drag and just be extract the data from the tables. Okay, so now let me use this sales fact sales table, which is big table actually. Okay, just what I'll do, I'll select and drag and drop. Okay, so once I select and drag and drop, let me see what kind of API your Spark is going to be, or your Fabric is going to be used here. Okay, now see here. Okay, it is automatically using SQL. So Spark.SQL select star from Apshala lakehouse.facts table, all these things basically automatically using SQL. Basically you are dealing with your tables. It will come to know that because you are dealing with your tables, let me use your SQL. Okay, now tell me, do you need any SQL knowledge? Nothing, right? So it will decide basically, but you must have SQL knowledge, at least minimum understanding, Like whenever I'm storing the structured data in the tables, I need to have SQL knowledge. That you must have that. Okay, minimum understanding. But you do not write this code at all. Just click on execute. It will start running your query. This is how I execute your SQL queries on your Spark environment in your Fabric. Okay, fine. Just need to take time. Yeah. Now again, just you can see again you got all your what you call the table format. You got this is nothing but your what you call select data from your table. Okay. You can go for a chart format. You can download data by handling all these activities. Fine. So let me just remove the output. Okay. I'm not interested in the output. So like this, you can play out on this. Now let us just what you call play with some other files. So for example, let me play with your sales what you call corrected. Okay, so just drag and drop the sales. Okay, so okay, so now let us see. Okay, so some issues there. Refresh. Your lakehouse. Your files. Okay, I think it's not taking. Yeah. If there is some error connectivity, just it won't work actually. Fine. There will be some issues. So there is an integration issue. Refresh. Okay, so just click on refresh. If there is a connectivity issue between your lakehouse and this notebook, so you can't generate the code here. Okay, so even though you drag on drop, it won't generate a code. So if that is the case, how to debug? Just select your files, just click on refresh. Automatically your lakehouse gets refreshed with your synchronized with your notebook. Okay, sometimes it happens because when you keep your system ideal, what happens, it loses its synchronism basically. Fine. So now this is basically now see here, it has decided to use Spark, okay, to read this CSV file. What is that CSV file? Sales.csv file. Now, but previously it is using pandas. Okay, it is using pandas to read the products.csv file. So product.csv file, it is a very small file. Okay, it's a very small data set. That is the reason why your Fabric environment automatically use your pandas. Okay, to decide that I need to use pandas. But now it is bit complex data set. Your sales, it is having some millions of records or thousands of records. Okay, so basically now that is the reason why. Okay, so it is using your Spark programming, okay, in order to read the data from your sales.csv. Hope you understood, right? Okay. It is automatic decision taken by your Fabric. It is not my decision, right? Okay, so it is intelligent tool basically. So now see here, this is a format. It is using read dot format CSV. What is an option? See, what is this option? You are telling that header is mandatory. You are assuming that header is there. Then we are loading the file basically. Okay, we are giving the path file and we are displaying the frame. That's it. Okay, data frame. Just click on run. So now see here, you are loading your big data basically. Huge amount of data. Okay, of course it's not that much huge, but it's manageable here. Okay, fine. So this is your data. Fine, but it is taking basically, even though it is having 100 rows, it is showing only 100 rows. Maybe it is having more data. Again, write some queries to know what is the data. Okay, maybe it is having some 50,000 records. That is the reason why it is using Spark. Okay, it's very fastly it has executed. Fine. So your Fabric is a very intelligent tool where it can decide itself based on the data. Fine. Okay. So so now when you click on resource, see here basically what you call how much time it has taken, everything it is what is the resource it has consumed, everything is displaying actually. Fine. Executors, cores. So basically, this is a Spark concepts. Basically, if you see how basically it allocates your resource to execute this streaming of data. Fine. Okay. So now, basically, now the problem with this is here. Okay. So let me just okay. So what I do now, I'll clear all your outputs. Okay. So just I will the problem is, see, just let me clear this output. I want to see what is the data type of this DF. See, I executed Spark programming. Okay, so I have read the data, CSV data from your Spark program. Now I want to see what is the data type of each and every column in your CSV file. Okay, so we use certain, already we introduced about you how to find the data types of a particular column. We use D types, right? So DF dot, okay, D types. Okay, D types is the keyword in order to find the data type of the columns. Okay, now just DF is, now what is DF? DF is nothing, we were sales, it's your data set that belongs to sales 2, right? Just click on this. Okay, now see here by default, okay, your Spark, it is trying to understand that each and every column in your data set is of string type. This is a problem actually in your Spark. Okay, why? Because it is used for highly competitive, it is used to process huge amount of data. Okay, so it doesn't have time to distinguish, what is transaction ID data type, what is customer ID data type. Basically, it will treat every data type as a string data type, every column as a string data type, and will start blindly executing things. But Pandas is not like that. Okay, now see here. I think now basically if you execute your DF types here, just let me copy this. Okay, so now we executed the Pandas here. Now problem is, I'll tell you what is the problem. So just let me insert a code here, execute again the same time. Okay, now see here again you are getting the same. What is that? Is DF is a variable which is replaced by this whichever the last programming statement you executed. So this DF is nothing but now sales data. It is no more your products data, because this is the last cell that is executed. Okay, so now if you want to replace, basically what I can do, just I can execute again this DF. Okay, now I'm executing this Pandas programming. Now I executed this Pandas programming. Now I will execute this DF now. Okay, so DF data types. Okay, so no, it's not for JSON. Let me execute the Pandas programming for your CSV file. Okay, so now I will add one code. I'll just come down. Okay, so I'll add one DF data types. Now check here. Now see here, basically your Pandas is able to identify the data types of each and every column perfectly. Product ID is float. Okay, this is object. So basically every data type is not a string, right? Okay, it is able to identify the data types. Okay, that is the difference between your Pandas and your one of the difference between your Pandas and your Spark. Okay, so how to eliminate this disadvantage? So in your Spark. Okay, so compared to your Pandas. Hope you are able to understand what I'm doing, right? Any confusions here? Any questions, guys? What I did, basically, I started, let me just close all these things to avoid certain confusions. Let me go to your edit. Okay, so click on delete cells. Just go on clicking delete cells. Okay, that's it, gone. Okay, so now go to your home. Fine. Now what I'm doing, basically, I'm going to, just I'm going to your all sources, click on your resources. Okay, click on built-in. I'm just drag and drop your product CSV. So product CSV, the Spark, basically your Fabric environment is deciding that I should use your Pandas. Okay, now just click on, just execute this program. Now this is your output. Now basically now I want to see what is the data type of all these things, basically all these columns. Fine. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to execute another code called df.dtypes. Okay, just again enter. Now basically it is able to understand the data, it is able to replicate the data types, right? Okay, perfectly. But now the problem here, Okay, so now let me open your new sessions, but I try to avoid new session, or let me just what I'll do. Okay, now what I'll do, just I will go to your lake houses. Okay, in your lake house, I'll go to your files. Okay, so now I'll drag and drop your sales to CSV. So whenever I use your sales to CSV, okay, now see here your basically your system, Fabric system basically is using Spark. Okay, now let me execute this now and check what is the data type of this data set or data frame. So now let me check your data frame. Okay, so what is that data frame? df dot d types. Okay, fine, d types. Now click enter. So now basically what this is now, see here, it is trying to what do you call it and basically put everything into string actually. Okay, it is not trying to differentiate the different types of data types. Everything, whether it is a basically whether it is a date timestamp or whether it is a total price, unit price, product ID, transaction ID, for everything string. How it is possible? It's wrong, right? Basically, basically this is a disadvantage of your Spark. Okay, so because it deals with huge amount of data, maybe it is a correct in its point of view, but we do have certain solutions for that. Okay, so we can create your schemas. Okay, so we can tell to your Spark that hey, this is my schema, please load it. Okay, so all these things we'll be discussing. Fine. So do you want to continue, but do you have any time, or shall we start what do you call it in separate session? So very, very simple, just so now what we did, basically we connected your lake houses. Similarly, you can connect your data warehouse also, because already we created your data warehouse. Okay, so let me check with that. Okay, so even we created your data warehouse. Okay, so go back to the sources. Fine. So this is your data warehouse. Okay, click on your warehouse. Okay, so start Apsara warehouse. Okay, so click on confirm. Okay, so you can connect your warehouse directly like this. These are all the tables. So warehouse directly schemas you get, right? And straight away, you don't have files here to be uploaded. Straight away, you can start. So let me clear all these outputs. Okay, so I'll tell you just how can we avoid this disadvantage. Okay, in next coming classes, we need to create some schema of our own, then we need to load the data. Fine. So and in this class, basically we understood the difference of your pandas and Spark, right? So pandas is able to identify each and every data type perfectly, okay, type of your column, but here it is not able to do that, right? It is treating every column as a string type. So how can I do that? Just I will do that. Okay, just click on clear our outputs. Okay, let me clear our outputs. Okay, so to minimize your yes, fine. Okay, now so we connected your warehouses. Okay, so it is telling that this data source is not fully supported under the current global language. So basically still they are working on some settings. Okay, that is not a problem. It's a only warning. We can neglect it basically. So basically, we have a number of data, tables here. Again, just we can drag and drop. Okay. So these tables like diamonds and city, just just you can select your what you call table. Okay. So just you can drag and drop. Okay. So you can do that actually. Fine. Okay. Same thing you can do. Okay. So our select top 100. Now see here, basically it is selecting top 100. Basically, you can start executing the coding. Fine. So very simple, as simple as basically there is some syntax error. Okay, so basically your data warehousing, this SQLs, it's a TSQL. We need to change the syntax and all. It clicks differently, right? But the concept is same. We connect your data warehouses, use your what you call coding in your use your data to write some SQL queries, all these things in your what you call PySpark environment, right? Okay, so now basically how can we what you call change your data? How can we create your schemas? Okay, so now we connected your lakehouses. Now how can we define your own schema? How can I define your own schema? So I can create one own schema. So like this, I can create your own schema. Okay, I can start using that schema and tell to that use, basically we can tell to your Fabric environment, okay, our server, use this schema, okay, whenever you are loading the data with the help of your Spark program. So let me have an, I do have a file, already existing file, okay. So just, let me get it to your, what do you call program. So basically inter schema, just open this. So this is a schema, it's a Python file, already I do have, just let me copy this schema, okay. Fine, now see here, transaction ID is a string, customer ID is a string, product ID is a string, but your quantity sold is int, unit price is double, and timestamp is string, okay. So this is a schema I want to be implemented in your notebook, okay. So what I do, just let me go ahead, or completely so now, okay, so just execute this program, okay. Let me execute this program, okay. Now see the schema is all strings, right? So now let me copy your schema, okay. Now let me create this schema first, let me execute. You won't have any output as of a schema is created with the name of schema, okay. So now let me use this code, okay. So let me go to your Jupyter notebook, okay. So let me use this code to create your to read your data, okay, from your CSV file with your schema. Fine. Now schema, see here, I'm using something called as the same thing. Here you are using Spark read format and option, then load directly. But here you are adding a schema. Just you need to add a schema here, okay. Fine. Just after your option, just put a schema, okay. Then you need to add a schema. Fine. Just what is that schema? SCH. Just you can copy this and you can use it. Schema. Okay. So basically, this is the format. Okay. So basically, I'm displaying it now. Basically, what happens? Okay. So because I am using the schema, what I defined. Okay. So your Spark, your Fabric can understand very easily. So you need this in terms of this schema. So it will try to execute your, try to load your data in the CSV file, and try to give the output. Fine. So just be in your data level. So now it is data is done. Now let me execute again, your df.d types. Okay. D types. Okay. Now check here. Okay. Now it is just giving you the data types. Okay. In your schema format. Now see here. I have created. I told you Spark. I told you Fabric that I need the data set in this format. Okay. So the similar way it has created your data. Basically set in this data frame in this format only. Previously, if you see, without creating your schema structure, without defining your schema structure, everything is like string, right? So this is a disadvantage of Spark. How to come out of this? Basically, you can create your schemas, okay? This is called, we call the user-defined schemas, okay? I tell to your Spark, use this schema, okay? Then basically create your data frames. Then it will create your data frames with the help of your Spark program. Then using your schema structure. Fine. Successfully I did it. Fine. This is how I can create my own schemas, okay, and in your Spark. Okay. Fine. So any questions here? Any questions?
No.
So very simple, pretty. Now basically we can even do some data processing like filtering options. Basically I can filter. Now we created certain files. Basically we created certain files, okay. So we created some data frames. Now I want to filter the data frame and I want to show it. I want to play with small snippets of the data. So I do have a code here where I can use your filter functions, okay, in order to do that, right? So just get into your Jupyter. Already I do have a code, okay. So filter.py. So this is a small code where I'm creating one variable called high value transactions. Just I want to, whenever the transaction is greater than total price is greater than 200, it is a high value transaction, okay. So it's a high value transaction. Then increase to, basically I want to show that data set whichever basically now what is there in your DF? It's the sales data set what you have. That's enough, right? So in that sales, if a total price is there 200, just I want to filter it and I will show on it. Okay. So just let me copy this code. So let me get into your framework. So let me add your what you call code cell. Just copy. Fine. Now basically what is DF? DF is nothing but your sales. Already you do have I think total price column here. Okay, please see that. Yes, in this total price I need only the data. Okay, so which is greater than 200. I'm using your filter method. Okay, now see, I put a cursor on this filter method. It is showing the code inside. You are least bothered about your code. See here, you are not asked to develop this code. Just this is inside your code actually. Filter predefined method. See, as a data scientist, I'm not bothered about this code. Fine. So as of now, just I want to know what is that actually. That's it. So it is a predefined method in your DF. Okay, and I want to show this once I filter the data. I want to show this data. Okay, fine. So just click on execute. Now I'll get the data. Okay, of the only what is the ratio it is having. What is the ratio? Last. Okay. So something exception total price. Okay, fine. So there is some issue basically. Now see here there is no space here, but you are giving space here. It is not able to recognize. Okay, just remove the space and try to execute again. Yeah, done. Okay, so this is your basically the data having high value transactions greater than 200 rupees. Basically, whichever is greater than total price is 200. It is just filtering out and showing you data. Like this, I can do some data pre-processing on your data frames with the help of your Spark. Okay, so similarly, just I can use another kind of filtering. This is one kind of filtering where I can not only I need the data having greater than 200, but I need a timestamp between. I use between function, predefined functions. In between this in between this timestamp, I need I need to filter basically based on this timestamp. I need the data, high value data, okay, having price more than 200 between this timestamp. Okay, so still I am filtering actually. So like this, these filtering techniques are in your Spark. Okay, so basically like with the help of your codings and all. Okay, so yeah, let me just click on okay, find it, execute. Okay, again the same issue because there is some. Please avoid the space. It should be matching with your column names. Okay, there is no space in your time totals price. Okay, that is a simple error. What we got, just again click on execute. Now you are getting your data. Okay, there is nothing is there basically. We don't have any data. So in this basically, okay, in this time frame, we don't have any data. Fine. So let me check for any 100. Okay, like this basically, we can filter out the data. We don't have any data. So like this, basically you can filter out the data and do certain data processing techniques with the help of your Spark in your notebook of your Fabric. So like this, we have a number of things in future. We'll connect. Okay, so by tomorrow at 4 p.m. Okay, so the same class. Okay, because we finished only 50% of your data experience. We have more things to explore. Okay. So we'll try to finish. We will finish your data engineering experience by tomorrow, so that by next weekend we can start your data science or real-time data analytics experience, which is very, very important for your classes. Right? Any queries, guys? Hope you feel the session is interesting. Okay, so you're learning new things day by day.
Yeah. Ritvik, just one thing, like, so about the schema, like if what if like, at start we're not giving the schema details. So can we like change that later on? And also like we can do it using data wrangling as well, right? Or even the sorting and filtering as well, and then add it to the to this particular.
You can use a number of predefined methods like casting. Okay, so then you can change your data types. Yes, you can do that. It's not a problem.
Okay.
It's a very basic level, because people should understand, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So any questions, guys? Any other?
No.
So have some hands-on session. It looks pretty easy, but you need to do some hands-on session. Then you'll get n number of what you call issues. Just make a note and just let me free. Ask me. Okay. So the next, by tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll meet up at 4 p.m. Fine. Sunday 4 p.m. Fine. Let us try to finish your data engineering experience as soon as possible. Fine. So this is auto saved. Okay, in your workspace Fabric. So let me get into your Fabric. So this is your notebook. Okay, so where is my notebook? Yeah, this is my notebook. Okay, so click OK. Fine, that's it. It is auto saved. Yeah, fine. See you guys. So let me stop my session. Okay, so now see here, when I stop your session, just I'm stopping your session. This is the stopping session. Session has been stopped. Okay, so now go to your you try to execute something like this, df d types. Okay, mostly it won't work because again it will work again by connecting to the session again. Okay, so once you stop your session, again it reconnects. Okay, now see here it is trying to reconnect and again start the session. So always like if you want to execute certain programs, you need to connect your server, then only you can do that. And see that language what you are selecting, that is very important. Okay, fine. Okay, environment is very important. Fine. Let me stop your sessions. Okay, so all these things, even you can download this and number of things. Fine. Okay, fine guys, so see you by tomorrow 4 p.m. Let me complete your data engineering experience by tomorrow. All the best.
Okay. Thank you, Ratvik.
Thank you.
Thank you.